Hi everyone, welcome to Table for Two. I'm Onezie.
And I'm the Elusive Bigfoot.
Today we're discussing our top 5 favorite components in a game.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So components, things that are included in the game.
Something specific to that game.
And that we really like.
Yes.
There's so
good
many
stuff.
good ones.
There's some good ones here. All right.
So why don't you lead us off?
All right. The first thing that I have is in Wonderland's War is the upgraded tokens, the chips that you pull out of the bag. I love the feel of those chips. They are beautiful. So let me back up and say what Wonderland's War is. It's this giant game where it's an Alice in Wonderland theme, and it is a territory management type of game. Area management, you are trying to get the most of your warriors into a specific area so that you can win that battle. And you are also pulling chips out of a bag. So it is a push your luck game, and it's a bag building game, much like Quacks of Quedlinburg, because you are trying to acquire more and more warriors. And so in this game, the chips, when I first bought it, the game, it came with cardboard tokens. And then I had heard that there are upgraded bits that you can get instead for chips. And once I felt those in my hand, I'm like, oh, this is totally the way to go. Love those chips.
In that game, I really like the shards. They're shards of madness. They represent how mad you've become, and they're little black,
like gems, plastic gems.
Yeah, like a black plastic gem. Yeah, I love the madness.
Those are good.
All right, the first one up on my list is Tang Garden.
Oh,
right. So it's not just a play mat, but it's actually kind of a 3D puzzle that you put together during the course of the game. You lay out tiles for the geography, you lay out scenery, actual 3D scenery, bridges, pavilions, little fish and lotus plants and things like that. And the whole idea is that your figurines that are your people, you want them to be next to something or see certain things as they're facing a certain way in the game. And so on your turn, you build the scenery. And as you play the game, you build up this garden, this Tang Garden. And it's just so lovely while you're putting it together, and so lovely while it's done, that you hope you win. But even if you didn't, it looks great.
It has got a great table presence. Love this game.
When I'm playing this game, there's something that triggers the end of the game where you're almost out of tiles. There's a certain number of spaces or something.
It's on the board.
And I always feel a little bit sad that the game's about to be over, because it's just so much fun to play and have on the table while it's there.
Yeah, very nice.
So Tang Garden was my choice there.
Okay. My next game I want to mention is Abduction. And it's an interesting game. What you're trying to do is, the theory is that UFOs have landed and they have taken ducks. And so what you're going to do is, in this game, you're trying to make certain patterns that show up on cards on your own personal tray of your ducks. And so you reach into this rubber UFO and you grab ducks. But it's the way those tiny little plastic resin ducks feel in my hand. They just feel so satisfying. And that rubber container that holds all the ducks is amazing too. Nothing ever spills out of it. So it's crazy, but I really love the ducks.
Yeah, the game is more fun with those kind of ceramic ducks or whatever they are, plastic.
Plastic, I think.
Yeah, they could have put like flat cardboard ducks in the game, right? But it just wouldn't have been as fun without those little ducks.
Yeah.
So I like that game too. All right, the next one up on my game for components is Potion Explosion, right? And this game in particular has an interesting device for playing the game. It's a little chute, I guess you'd call it. It's 5 different chutes all together, and marbles will roll down the chutes in certain ways. And on your turn, you have to pick a marble out of the chute, and then because of gravity, the other marbles are going to slide down and smash into each other. And depending on the colors of the marbles, you'll get to take more marbles or take other actions or have a really good turn or a kind of a mediocre turn.
Yeah.
So it's all about which marble you choose.
Right.
And so just to have this device included in the game, it takes a little while to put it together, made it out of cardboard, and we eventually glued ours together with wood glue. But it's holding pretty well, and I just love the mechanism of the potion explosion slide.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny you should say that, because in my world, that was one of the worst components that I had ever seen until you glued it together.
Right.
It's a cardboard contraption, and the marbles are pretty heavy, and so I was always concerned it was going to fall. But when you put wood glue on it, it made it nice and sturdy. And, I've gone to different gaming conventions, and I've seen three-dimensional, 3D printed shoots and different versions of it. And I get why people are doing it, but I do love, it's a fun game, for sure.
For sure.
Okay, the next game that I'm mentioning might be a little bit of surprise to people who haven't played this game. Yes, but it is so much fun. It's Project L.
Project L.
Yeah, so what it is, it's kind of like a Tetris game, and you have a insert card. So it's like it's a recessed area, and you're trying to fill it all with different colored tile pieces, and each tile piece has got a different number of squares. Like it could be in the shape of a T or shape of an L or shape of a square or a long rectangle. Just depends on what you have purchased for your turn. And when you complete a puzzle piece, you'll either get another puzzle component, a little tile, or you might get some points, or you might get both. And there's something so satisfying about the different plastic pieces that you use to fill your puzzles. I love this game.
And I think that's the thing about components in general is how they feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Could be.
How does it make you feel? How does it actually feel in your hand?
Or how well does it operate?
Yes.
Too.
Yes. And so, again, they could have just done little pieces of cardboard for that game, but it wouldn't be as exciting without those little plastic pieces. Yep. All right, so Project L. And the next one up on my list is Dice Forge.
Okay.
Right, so Dice Forge is the most unique dice game I think I've ever seen, where you can actually, during the game, you can get new faces for the die, for the different dice, and you can pop the old ones off and put the new ones on. So as the game goes on, you can build your dice.
Yeah, you will be rolling these dice, so you want powerful dice.
You can make them stronger.
In money or different resources.
Yeah, there's kind of a moon track and a sun track. So if you want to go heavy on the moon track, you can purchase a bunch of moon tiles. I'm putting it on the dice.
I can see that.
So you put the moon tiles like this. Put the moon tiles on there, and then if you decide you're going to go heavy on the moon track, well, you've got a good chance because you have a lot of moons on your die, right? So Dice Forge, one of my choices.
Okay. My next one is Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth. I love the minis that come in this. We're not big on painting, but the miniatures are just so beautiful. And one thing I was also really impressed with is the terrain, the land pieces, how you fit them together. So the way that it works out, it's almost like a dungeon crawler, but you're going to go and explore Middle-earth. And there's an app that tells you which puzzle pieces you need to put together and how they need to fit together, and then what you're going to find when you get there. And the thing that really impressed me was how many different ways they can create a map.
Just out of about 6 pieces, right?
Yeah, or even out of 2, and then you just start building on and on and on. And how well everything fits together. And so, like I said, all the different miniatures that you get there, the orcs and the goblins, and just all the Balrog, everything that you get is just so amazing.
All right. Journeys in Middle Earth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one up on my list I'm going to talk about is Abomination, the
Oh,
Heir of Frankenstein.
well, that's something, isn't
We
it?
break it out every season at
Every
Halloween
Halloween.
Halloween time, and we should play it other times during the year.
You would
But
think.
yeah. So normally, I talk about great components as being not cardboard,
Mm-hmm.
not just cardboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this game has cardboard components, but they're just so good.
And detailed.
Yes, detailed. So, like in this game, you're building a Frankenstein's monster,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so there's like a sort of bloody side of the monster and a side with skin on it,
You got to
and
skin it once you built the part.
you put little cardboard electricity pieces on it to electrify it,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, it's just great. And you run around town doing worker placement, collecting body parts, and it just the theme of the game fits the game.
Yeah.
The game fits the theme,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I'm doing something I shouldn't by building Frankenstein's monster. I love that game.
That's a good
They
one.
have good components.
Yeah, that's good. First, I thought you meant the cubes because you use red cubes and white cubes and
Oh, you do?
brown and purple to represent bones or blood or organs or different type of things or muscle. And I'm like, why would that be good to you? But when you described, oh, it's
Yeah, the
the
cubes didn't
monster.
even enter into my mind just now until you brought it up. Cubes are cubes, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, the monster pieces are the ones I'm thinking of.
yeah, that's good.
Monster pieces.
All right, so I have just my top number one left.
I do too. I have a feeling it's the same one.
All right, and my number one is Terracotta Army.
Ooh, goodness, we have separate ones.
Okay, so there are a lot of things that I love about Terracotta Army. One thing I love about it are the miniatures because they mimic the Terracotta Army figures. Soldiers, the horses, the musicians, different things like that, and also the rondelles. I love the rondelle mechanism. So what you're trying to do is build. You're back at during that time in China, and you are building the Terracotta Army. But there's a rondelle in the middle that has different parts that are going to turn either clockwise or counterclockwise. You move them to get the best resources that you want, and to line it up after each round, you'll move it again. And it's just how well everything moves and lines up. I think they did such an amazing job with this game.
Yeah, I like the rondelle to just adding variety to the
Mm-hmm.
game. So with a lot of worker placement games, you choose where to go and you get that thing. But with the three different rondelles put on top of each other,
Mm-hmm.
they're constantly changing. So
Mm-hmm.
if you go here, you get one thing, and then on the next turn, if you go there, well, it's something different now,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's a lot of combinations. You could go the whole game and never get back to having the same combination of things on that rondelle.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so that's a great one. My number one is going to be Court of the Dead.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
now you're saying, oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Court of the Dead, you're in the underworld,
Mm-hmm.
and you're sort of vying for influence
Mm-hmm.
in the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
And so every faction of the underworld, there's about 6 of them,
Oh, okay.
has
So
their own figurines.
well, there's three factions. There's spirit, blood, and bone.
Right, but I'm thinking maybe they're sub factions or something like
Mm-hmm.
there are about 6 different groups, and
The groups.
they each
Mm-hmm.
have their own figurines. Um, and then once you claim one of those, you have your own player color on a base, and you put the figurine in the base of your
Mm-hmm.
color. There's also some kind of non-player character type things
Mm-hmm.
in there, special characters
Mm-hmm.
that come into the game, and they have their own figurines. Uh, they use a material called etheria. It's kind of like
Souls.
mana or something like
It's the
that.
souls.
It's people's souls, and it's this kind of translucent blue plastic chunks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're really beautiful. And then keeping track of the different things in the game, they have little skull markers that
Yeah.
go up and down. Everything's just so good looking in that game. Court
Yeah.
of the Dead. I love it.
So one thing I should mention is that Court of the Dead is produced by Sideshow Collectibles, and they're famous for building maquettes, busts, things like that of popular culture. So I'm not really surprised that the quality is so good. That's how I found out about the game. I just fell in love with the statues that they would have at Comic-Con every year. And then I found out they were going to have a game, but I found out after the Kickstarter was done. I'm like, no. And so they said, you can still jump in now. And so I did. So I got the full Kickstarter package.
I'm glad
really
you
cool.
did. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's great. All right. So those are our top 5 favorite components in games. And so we would love to know what kind of things you like. You know, what should we be checking out? And if these kind of videos are things that you're looking for, please like and subscribe. That'll help other people find us as well.
All right, until next time, I'm Onezie.
And I'm the Elusive Bigfoot. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.